Well, as Tom said, we competed last weekend at Black Hill State. That was our third indoor meet this season. All three have been at Black Hill State. It's kind of convenient to be able to not have to travel a long distance in order to be able to compete against good competition. Um, this last weekend, there were a couple of different events that they had that we don't normally see, so it's kind of fun to put some of our athletes into some new events. And we were able to come away with, I believe, 17 indoor personal bests off of Saturday's performance. Two school records for the women. Alexis Godicke in the 3K, or excuse me, in the 1K, the 1,000-meter run. Um, and Lillian Temple bested her indoor triple jump record by about 2 inches, pretty close to 2 inches. So she keeps inching that record up, trying to get it out of reach for any upcoming future athletes. Lillian has been doing just a great job for us this year. Other people that competed well, I think Anna Hainline is improving her 60-meter dash time. She's having a phenomenal year already. And just continues to get better in the sprint events. On the men's side, Brian Freed won the weight throw and set a new personal best for himself. And Miggs Flores also set a personal best in the weight throw. Brian kind of had a tumble at the end of his throw and caught his elbow on the corner of the ring and had a nice gash and needed some medical attention at the end of that, so he didn't get to throw a shot this week. But apparently his video went out on Facebook even almost before he got out of the field house. So his dad got to see that, and it went out over the air. So it's out there somewhere if you want to see a big guy tumble. But he actually had gotten some really good throws off and did a good job there. Several other pretty good performances. I think our 3K men did a good job. I think the three guys we had in there all had personal bests. Travis Boos, a sophomore for us, did a good job, had a personal best in the mile. And I think overall we were, while we had all those personal bests and some good performances, we were a little disappointed. We thought our kids could have done even better than they did. We'd taken a weekend off 2 weekends ago, and so we trained through, and we had a couple of really good weeks of practice, and we were kind of anticipating even better performances than we got. But overall, we were happy with the progress. We'd just like to, track coaches always want to see more progress than we got. So my eternal pessimism is hanging out there, but the kids are training hard. They keep working hard. We do know that we're dealing with some weather issues, and last week I think we were outside twice on the track, which was a plus. But early in the week we were on treadmills and running in the hallways, and so that makes it difficult to improve. And this week we're probably going to be indoors on treadmills and in the hallways again. So we just keep working hard with the space we've got and see what we can get done. We do compete this week on Friday at Chadron State, and another meet about the size of the one in Spearfish with 3 or 4 teams. And our kids are going to be ready to go. So we'll see if we can add to the progress we've made so far this season. Any questions?
What's your vault?
Yeah, and Dick mentioned our vaulters. We do drive them to Spearfish 2 days a week to vault on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and so that's about all we can get in with them, other than running them with sprinters the rest of the week. We have 2 freshmen, and they're pretty raw, pretty young, and we're really working at developing their technique. We have a junior and a sophomore, actually a 4th-year junior and a 3rd-year sophomore for us that we're redshirting, And Sam Hill is probably the best of those. The third year sophomore this year, and because we're redshirting them, we can't count their marks, obviously. But Sam is doing really well. He went 14.7 2 weeks ago, unattached at Black Hill State, and Ethan Matheny is our fourth year junior, and I believe the first meet of the season back in December he went 13.11. So they're doing pretty well, but they've got a little ways to go. Sam, we think, is got a possibility of making some provisional qualifying marks with the NCAA once we take him off a red shirt next year, which is why we're redshirting him. That'll give him 2 good solid years to compete and have a shot at the national championships. So. Well, we don't see a 600 meter and a 1,000 meter race every week. Those are kind of different distances, and because we see a 3K and 800s and miles every week, we wanted to give some of those middle distance people a little different feel. This week we will have one different race that we probably will only see once this year, and that's the 5K down at Shadron. And they're going to put that in just so that we have something for our longer distance people to compete at. But generally, the standard events on the track are going to be the 60 meters, the 200 meters, the 400 meters, 800-mile, and 3K. And all the other events in between may be competed at the national level, but they're kind of odd distances that we don't see every week. Well, not yet. So, they're a bunch of good kids that really work hard, and they're inching their way up in their events. So, we're not seeing the great breakthroughs that you'd like to see, but we can't really say anything bad about them. These kids have a tremendous work ethic, and they're excited to learn. And when somebody's excited to learn, I'm excited to work with them. So it makes my job easier. Yeah, that would be a thought. My guess is they would be afraid we'd run into too many elderly people doing their walking, and so they probably would kick us out pretty quick. But so, thank you.